What is up, YouTube? Hayden up, and you're back with another video, and today I'm here to review Spider-Man. Now, one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Yeah, I got Spider-Man 2 right here. People say that this one is like better than this one. Yeah, they're probably right, but it's kind of like how people say with like the Batman Begins and Dark Knight thing. I like Batman Begins better than Dark Knight because I'm weird, and I personally The Dark Knight Rises is on my top 3 worst superhero movies of all time list. I don't know, it just is. Number 3 is Dark Knight Rises. Number 2 is I'm trying to remember the list. I can't remember the list, but the worst superhero movie of all time is Iron Man 2, in my opinion. But yeah, this movie right here is probably a better movie. This one, but the moments that this one provides for me makes me like this film better than this one, even though this one's better. But yeah, Spider-Man, I got this at GameStop for $1. Crazy. You get a nice shot of the Goblin. I got this for $1. Back. Okay, now it's time to talk about this film. Now, okay, so this movie is directed by Sam Raimi, and it stars Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst and William Dafoe and J.K. Simmons and James Franco. So yeah, and Rosemary Harris and Cliff Robertson. That might be his name. I don't really remember. Let me see. Yeah, it's Cliff Robinson. So yeah, I really love this movie. J.K. Simmons is awesome in this movie. I do. I don't know if I like J.K. Simmons better in this movie than this one. I don't know, but in case you're wondering, I don't have Spider-Man 3 on Blu-ray. I'm gonna go pick that up sometime, so therefore I'm not going to review it yet until I get the Blu-ray. It's only $4, so yeah. By the way, I got that $4. Okay, so the movie basically starts off. You got Peter Parker as a nerd. I grew up on this movie. I was 2 years old when this movie came out. But you got Peter Parker as a nerd, and he's falling for this girl, Kristen Dunst, played in the movie, named MJ. But yeah, it's a great movie. So they basically go on a field. It starts off on a bus where he's getting bullied, and blah blah blah. They go on a field trip, and there's spiders there, and Human Harry's hanging out on the field trip, and then a spider like slings down and bites him, and then he starts feeling these crazy side effects, and then he goes home, and then and starts having these crazy dreams. Sorry, my camera accidentally cut off. But yeah, then he realizes that he has become a spider when he starts seeing like these little side effect things, like when he goes to school, he spins a web on a tray and slings it back, and it hits Flash. And then he like gets in a fight with Flash, and this is an awesome fight with Flash. And then he like hits Flash right in the face, and like wins the fight. So then he's still trying to impress Mary Jane, which he kind of just did. So he what do you want to call it? He dresses as the Human Spider, and he's going to this wrestling place where he wrestles Macho Man Randy Savage. His character in this movie is Bonesaw, so he has to wrestle him for a car. He wins. He's in a Human Spider costume, but it's not the same costume as that right there, that one. But yeah, he's not. But so yeah, he fights him and he wins. Basically, it wasn't easy, but he still won the car. And then when he goes to collect his money, the guy only gives him $100, but he owes him $3,000, and he's fighting to get a car to impress Mary Jane. So yeah, and he didn't get to do that. So a guy comes in and robs him, and then that guy runs off, and Spider-Man doesn't try to stop him because that guy wouldn't give him his money. So then that guy gets out and then kills Uncle Ben, and then he regrets letting him out. So then he goes and kills that guy, which you find out in the third movie he didn't even do it. It was Sandman who done it. Okay. So then he basically after that becomes Spider-Man. Everybody loves him, and then you had the Infamous Festival place where he fought the Green Goblin, and the Green Goblin was, I don't want to say he was a good villain, but he was a memorable classic villain in this movie. Um, what more can I say about this movie? If you haven't seen this movie, you're out of your freaking mind. Yeah, this is a great movie. So yeah, he basically gets in the Green Goblin basically does these crazy things like he terrorizes Aunt May or whatever, and then he takes Mary Jane. He does these outrageous things. He even goes as far as to, when Spider-Man goes in the building to rescue a baby, he plays off as an old woman who's still in there, and then he turns around and starts fighting Spider-Man. So yeah, and he realizes that Spider-Man is Peter Parker because because the Green Goblin is Harry's dad. He realizes that Peter Parker is him whenever he throws a pumpkin at him. Not literally a pumpkin, but the weapon things, and it cuts him. And then when he walks in the house for Thanksgiving, he sees that he has a cut. So yeah, at the end of the movie, he kidnaps Mary Jane and takes her and tries to like kill her, of course. And yeah, and Spider-Man basically saves her, and Green Goblin dies. Harry's dad, he dies at the end because he's trying to make Peter think that he's innocent, and then he's trying to take his glider and make it hit Peter, and Peter does a back senses, and he does a backflip over, and it goes right through his chest, and he dies. And the movie basically ends with Mary Jane kissing Peter at the graveyard when she sees him, but he says that he's not ready for this yet when he's visiting Uncle Ben's grave. Yeah, and then Harry sees Peter, not Peter, but Spider-Man putting the body in his room or whatever, Harry's room, and Harry wants revenge on Spider-Man. James Franco played great in this movie. He was awesome. But yeah, this is my review of Spider-Man 1. Up next, Spider-Man 2. And within the next couple weeks or months, I'll have a review on Spider-Man 3. So yeah. Here's how it works. If I don't have the Blu-ray of the movie, I will still review it. But if I got like one or two movies out of like a saga or trilogy, then I'm gonna wait on to get the rest of them to review all of them. Yeah, I'm gonna. So yeah, two great movies here. All three of them good. The third one was probably my least favorite, but I still think it was a good movie. I think it was underrated. I could see why people hated it, but it was still underrated. So overall, I'm gonna give Spider-Man a solid 8 out of 10. I think it deserves every bit of it. And yeah, great movie.